Hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and today we're gonna take a quick look at our newest melee weapon that was just released with Bimbo, the Destreza Prime, our first primed rapier. Now first things first, if you want to get your hands on this beauty, the blueprint is an uncommon drop from the Neo B5 relic, the blade is a rare drop from the Meso D2 relic, and the handle is a common drop from the Axie 03 relic. And this is actually really good and should be pretty easy to farm thanks to the fact that the rare part comes from a Meso relic which you can farm very easily on Io and Jupiter. Though you do have to bear in mind that since the weapon only consists of 3 parts, you will have to throw in 10 Orokin cells as well. Now the Destreza Prime is a Mastery rank 10 rapier that does 76 damage per hit. 53.2 is puncture, 13.7 is slash, and 9.1 is impact. It comes with an attack speed of 0.917, it has very solid 24% crit chance, an amazing 3 times crit multiplier, and a very solid 18% status chance. And other than that, it comes with a dash polarity in the stance sword which matches both Vulpine Mask and the PvP stance cunning aspect, and it has 2 V polarities as standard as well. So all in all, it's just a better version of the standard Destreza. It does slightly more damage, though the puncture damage is a little bit lower and is weighted more towards slash and impact. It has higher crit chance, higher crit multiplier, higher status, but it is a little bit slower. Now one very nice thing about this weapon is that since it does come with 2 V polarities as standard, you can easily fit in a hybrid condition overload blood rush build without investing any Forma. And the build would consist of Vulpine Mask, which is the only stance, then Virulent Scourge and Vicious Frost for some status chance and viral damage, which goes really well with the forced slash procs of Vulpine Mask. Then we have Drifting Contact for increased combo duration and some extra status chance, Blood Rush for increased crit chance as we build up our combo counter, and we definitely want to use Organ Chatter here to get even more crit multi. Then we're going to use Condition Overload for more melee damage as we proc status on the enemy, and we finish it off with Primed Pressure Point for damage and Berserker for more attack speed. Now first of all, this is a Condition Overload Blood Rush hybrid build, so it will absolutely demolish everything you throw it at, but since we're using Vulpine Mask, there are kind of 2 ways that you can approach this, one of them being a little bit, well actually far more effective than the other one. You can either do what I'm doing now, which is to use the standard button mash, the forward button mash, or the block button mash combos, which will do the job just fine, especially once you raise your combo counter to like 2.5 times, maybe 3 times, and you start orange critting. Or you can take a slightly fancier approach where you use the hold combo, which is not actually too bad, because you can start it off by basically doing a charge attack and then following it up by mashing for a little bit. Now the reason I would recommend this combo over the other ones is because it doesn't restrict your movement at all and it allows you to sprint at full speed. It has a very nasty multi-strike in the middle which does a ton of damage but also inflicts a ton of status on the enemy, which skyrockets your damage with Condition Overload, and even if the enemy dares to survive the multi-strike, it opens them up to a finisher at the end. And since it is a combo from the Vulpine Mask stance, it has multiple 3 in fact forced slash procs in it. There's so much good to say about this weapon, but at the end of the day it is just a better version of the Destreza, which is, what you would expect from the primed version of the Destreza. I think I should have done this one first and then do the Piranha, because after playing around with the Piranha, which is flipping amazing by the way, it feels just kinda meh. It's yet another insanely powerful melee weapon, which if you equip it with the Blood Rush Condition Overload hybrid setup with viral damage is going to absolutely butcher everything you touch with it. And we have a lot of those already. Now granted, it is different to the standard Destreza, which didn't really have enough status to support this kind of build and you would go for more crit focused one instead. But at the end of the day, and this kind of hurts to say because the weapon looks awesome, it's fun to use and it's really strong as well, it's, another one of those kinds of melee weapons. But don't get me wrong, even with all that said, I would still recommend you get this weapon because there's nothing wrong with it, it's just that melee weapons are kind of stale at the moment. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.